He works at all the Boca Group restaurants, but this is just something that I threw together this morning. I was thinking about Cinco de Mayo, thinking of tequila, but tequila's just dangerous, okay? I can't drink tequila. So I decided to go with bourbon instead, totally not dangerous at all. But I brought a great bourbon from Kentucky, since Kentucky Derby is going on. We have Buffalo Trace. Have you guys ever been down to Buffalo Trace? I think a lot of what I'm going to talk about today is different places that I've gotten to visit. One of the most important things to us is to sort of see where our food comes from, see where our drinks come from, and just, really appreciate things a little bit more, seeing all the work that goes into it. So we actually went down to Buffalo Trace. I mean, it's not like it was a treat to get to go down to Buffalo Trace. We've been open at the restaurant for about 3 months. We're celebrating our 2-year anniversary in July, which is very exciting. It kind of feels like it's been 20 years, or like 2 days. It depends on, what's going on that day. But myself and a couple of the managers decided to hop in a car and go on a road trip down to Buffalo Trace. We were there for 2 days, and that's really all you can take. We came back and looked like we got hit by cars, but...
Wait, where's Buffalo Trace?
It's down in Kentucky.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
Hello.
Kentucky, of course.
So we went down there and we got to just see the whole distillery and how bourbon comes to be, and of course they let you do tasting. And what we did was line up 5 barrels next to each other. Well, they lined them up, they're quite heavy. Lined up 5 barrels next to each other. We got to do a taste test and pick which one we liked the best, and then it became the Girl and the Goat Buffalo Trace. And then I decided while I was there, I was like, well, I want a barrel of bourbon for myself. So I lined up 5 barrels of Weller, which is their a little bit less expensive brand, and I got a barrel of Wellers for my house, which I have still not finished. So let's see how that goes. All right, so we're going to start off with a little bit of Buffalo Trace. Just going to do a couple of ounces here.
A little bit.
What? That was a little bit. Okay, a little bit more. We're going to do that. We're going to put in, just to make it a little bit seasonal, I was kind of thinking, I've got some lime juice because I was thinking margaritas with Cinco de Mayo. And then I have some fresh mint because I was thinking of mint juleps. So we're just going to put this all together. We're going to put a little bit of lime juice. Acid is one of those things that I feel is often missing in some drinks, aside from margaritas, and in some foods. So it's always all about the acid. We've got that. We've got some fresh blackberries that we're going to put in, which have a little bit of sweet and a little bit of sour. We'll put those in there. A little bit of fresh mint. You always want something nice and refreshing. And then to top it off, we're going to do a bit of ginger beer. You can do this with any sort of ginger ale that you can get at the store as well. But this Gosling's ginger beer has a really sharp flavor. It's almost spicy. So we're going to put a bit of that in there.
Since 1906.
Since 1906, they've been making ginger beer. All right, just give this a shake. And you promised that you would try it, right?
You can twist my arm.
He's like, I have to work all day. I was like, well, so do the rest of us. We're all here working, right? This is very important, hard work. All right, I'll just give us a little pour, and then we'll have some little samples. Jen's going to come up and help pour some so we can give the audience a little taste as well.
Now, what is the name of this cocktail again?
Blackberry Deliciousness. I don't know. Cheers.
Cheers, Stephanie.